Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio. Tonight we are joined by Rip Van Beanie, Gerard Barrera.
Sleeping on the job.
Sleeping on the job.
Hello, my nerdsies. Yeah, I was sleeping on the job, wasn't I? I'm sorry. That was a bad coming, but there you go.
I mean, at least we haven't had the occurrence that he falls asleep mid-conversation.
I was snoozing. I was.
Yep. And we are joined by Babyface Theo Walski.
Heyo.
And Lion's Mane, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going today?
Come on over. Join me on the couch.
Thursday. I forgot it was Thursday.
Yeah, we've got...
Oh,
no, Jerry can't join him on the couch because Jerry will fall asleep in minutes.
Yeah,
it's hot, man. It's that humidity, man. It
is.
It came out of nowhere.
It's just that
I don't feel like doing anything.
Oh god, yeah.
Don't feel like moving, otherwise you're gonna start sweating just moving. Mm-hmm. Yep. That no AC life, nice. Man.
No AC life.
Yeah.
He has AC now.
Mm-hmm. You have AC now?
Gary does.
Yeah,
he does.
I can't wait to get out of my room.
You're lucky SOB.
Do you not?
Yeah.
Jason?
No. I'm working with the portable fan right now, the little fan.
This is Costco life. You can afford a portable fan.
No, we sold out of AC units. We sold out of fans, man.
So does that mean you have Clorox wipes now?
No, we still don't. We got that in yesterday, sir. And we got it in yesterday, and it sold out in 12 minutes. We counted.
Seriously?
We all were like looking at watches, and we're like, yeah, 12 minutes.
Wow.
Or at least it didn't sell out. It was just all gone.
Nice.
That's insane. That sucks.
So how's everyone's week been?
Pretty
Monday
boring.
Wednesday was great. Now that I know it's Thursday, it's great as well. I don't know why.
What day it actually is.
I don't know why.
I hate my computer.
I got tripped up.
Why do you
it was all right
now?
I just I was really just getting acclimated and had to do laundry. It was quite boring.
It's the hard knot life of Jerry.
Yeah, I just sit around and just thought about, oh, gee, maybe I'll do some laundry today. That'll be my goal for today.
Bro, I will switch. I will switch you for a week, hands down.
I know.
In a second, you can even just take my computer, act like you're me or whatever, and just screw something up. I don't care, but I will switch you so fast.
I'd be the new guy in the corner, like, hey, who is that guy? Excuse me, who are you? Hi, how you doing? I'm Theo Walski. How are you? Can you give me a minute? I'm trying to prepare. Get my lines going.
You honestly could get away with that because there's so many people in the bank that don't know who I am.
That would be funny. I thought that was the ultimate cool guy move from. Did you guys ever see Along Came Polly?
No.
When Ben Stiller asked his buddy Philip Seymour Hoffman, because he stole the movie in my eyes, but Philip Seymour Hoffman was an amateur actor, and he never got around. He was in a movie when he was a child, and he thought he was it. He never grew up, because he was like, "Excuse me, did you ever see this? I was in that." You know what I mean? But he's like, "Hey, dude, I need you to do this presentation. I'm getting Polly." It was just so funny.
So now that I can actually hear you guys.
There you are. Cool.
Hey, hi
what's
guys.
going on?
Hey.
Hey, yo. Yeah, I went to put in my other AirPod, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, no audio.
That's fun.
Weird.
And it said all your output audio is going through your mic. I'm like, it's kind of hard because the Yeti is just a mic. There's no built-in speakers. It's like my monitor.
Whoa.
Anyway, so let's get to the news, guys. We've got a decent amount to talk about, actually, especially after this past weekend. So it came out today in a tweet by NX on Netflix, which is a certified account, goes over all the stuff coming to Netflix. They're doing a Resident Evil show.
Oh yeah, that was just announced. Yeah.
Now,
which one?
Here's the plot for it.
Resident Evil, bro.
No, but which one?
It predates all all of the games, all of it.
Predates.
So
it's just its own story.
Here's the synopsis. When the Wesker kids move to New Raccoon City, the secret they uncover might just be the end of everything.
What?
I already hate it.
It's like
Kids?
a prequel,
It's a
Kids?
I already
Wesker's
hate
a kid. Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be like, I mean, granted, Netflix did a good job with Lock and Key, I thought, but I feel like it's still going to be that kind of juvenile type, and I don't think that mixes with Resident Evil.
That.
I think it's going. You know what I think it's going to be? It's going to be if they decided to do a prequel to Fear the Walking Dead, and it's going to be let's understand the Walking Dead.
What?
Get out of here.
Let's all sit down with the zombies and talk.
Well, we already have the
motivation?
couch. We have the couch already.
Welcome to the couch.
Yeah, that's right.
Ready to go.
So yeah, it's already a bad idea, in my opinion.
So I don't know yet.
Could, but I mean, you're seeing. I get it. Wesker is a kid. I don't need to understand his motivation coming from being a kid. We all know who Wesker is. Wesker's a robot. But no,
it has potential, but at the same time, it's like it's not going to revive anything.
No.
Like I don't see the merit of it,
Yeah.
It's kind of like the movies. Just it's okay. It's there.
That's what's so sad about it, though.
I mean, if you're gonna end up doing like a whole different story that just predates everything, do some new characters. Like, be creative with it. Don't try to fix in or rope in some sort of tie.
Or do a Star Wars thing where like there's that little like they put it in the gaps between, like Rebels
like the Mandalorian.
There's little
Great
gaps
idea.
that you're like, okay, and then
Mandalorian.
How does it progress, etc., etc. Versus this is brand new. Hey, you know what? You didn't know this about him. Did you know that he got a B in math? Like, come on, get out of
here. Yeah. Who cares?
He got a D in science, which is why we have the T virus.
Exactly.
And what are they going to do? Are they both going to go to some like distant like town that became haunted or like filled with zombies? So we're ripping off Silent Hill now.
It's New Raccoon City.
So it might be the start. It might be the start of Umbrella. Start of Umbrella.
But still, like it's kids. Like, why are we doing this like freaking kid detective type of thing going on right now?
Exactly. So, anyway, let's talk DC Fandome, because we had a decent amount of stuff come out. For the most part,
you sound
not
so
great.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
okay,
we got some good stuff out of it.
And we're going to talk about the better stuff, Sherry, and not the mediocre stuff. So, first and foremost, we kind of got an announcement that the Flash is going to get a new suit. In some of the concept art, you see him in the suit in front of Michael Keaton's Batman. So,
why are they giving him a new suit? Just
because the JLA suit kind of sucked. Because the
technology, the retro one.
So they're kind of giving him a little bit more of a retro feel. I thought it felt a little bit more like the TV show look than it is the JLA look. Because honestly, with JLA, he's like, it's held together by string, right? Well, this is pretty much multiverse now that he's doing.
It's made out of metal too. That is out of satellite metal.
So, we got the new trailer for Wonder Woman.
That was great.
Which looks amazing.
So funny.
Once again, I think they were a little like hesitant to show Cheetah like fully. Like that's why like each scene when you kind of see her,
she looks
really brief.
It's very dark and very brief. Yeah, but I think they're doing a great job with Wonder Woman.
I mean, you don't want to you don't want the cat out of the bag.
Hey, good pun.
Yeah.
Good job.
That was a pun. That was
like as always,
comedy happenings of Jason, everybody.
As always, guys, like, subscribe.
So good.
And folks, this is why he has to go sit on the couch once a week and talk to one of his
When's your stand-up
psychologist.
sit?
So we also got a trailer for the Snyder Cut, albeit
I have more faith in it.
I have a lot more faith in it after seeing what he's doing with it,
Yeah.
and I think it's going to be great. It is almost, I think they're saying it's almost going to be 4 hours long.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, that's long.
Yep.
Yeah.
We also got a little montage trailer of all the super villains, so to speak, that are going to be in the new Suicide Squad, which outside of Harley Quinn, most of the ones they're going with are not mainline from Suicide Squad. It's more the B tier.
Which is not surprising, really.
No, but I think it's going to be hilarious. And
I think so,
it's
too.
going to be James Gunn,
I think
especially when you look
we're
at
going to see so many people die. It's in hilarious ways.
Can we kill off Captain Boomerang? Because he just sucked in the first one.
He's a predominant character now.
I know.
And
I found it kind of funny that they saved him for last, though.
Right.
That was funny. But now in the comics, he like touched the Speed Force, so he kind of has powers now.
Good Lord. Okay.
It's
and then
definitely not gonna be in the movie.
And then we also got
that's why it makes sense in the new video game that was announced.
Yeah.
In the Suicide Squad.
Gotcha.
Which we'll talk about that here in a second. But we also got the trailer for the Batman. And
oh my God, I knew it. I had faith. I had faith.
They only have a third of the movie even made, and that trailer looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you.
I was definitely impressed with Robertson. It looks pretty good.
I said Pattinson was going to surprise.
Yep.
He low-key had like really good talent.
And I rescinded my comment about him being a
glitter pod
and
Batman.
He only
last
really
week,
said
and I
he only said 3 words in that whole trailer, I think, right?
Pretty much.
I think everything were like looks and turns.
He had some narrated lines in there.
Yeah, but you
the
only heard
smoking
Pattinson
line
say,
was,
"Yeah, I am vengeance." It was so badass. Like it was cut beautifully. It was a great trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I definitely like, and specifically with that scene with the whole "I am Justice," I did like that it wasn't like trying to make Batman overpowered. That like he punched the crap out of him over and over.
No, but
just
if you notice,
that's what man, it's gonna get gritty. Like
if you notice, though, that's the Joker's gang too.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So the Joker exists.
Also, we missed a key feature.
What did we miss?
What?
We saw the Penguin, but like the true Penguin, without even knowing it, that was Colin Farrell in
some very, very good makeup.
Yeah, so he ends up like,
and in this, he's
becoming the Cobblepot.
From
Penguin. Everything
that they're talking about is this is like Oswald before he becomes a Penguin, and everyone just calls him like the Penguin, and he hates the moniker.
Yeah. So they're following a really interesting storyline, but it's actually kind of new.
What kind of threw me off is that it was the Riddler in the beginning because it seemed more like Hush.
It did, yeah. I got some Hush vibes,
but being that they're doing the Psycho Riddler is rather interesting. So
that he's I really like the fact that he's kind of like a known serial killer. And then he leaves these notes, and like, I'm digging this Riddler. I was really hoping they were going to get this way for the movie, and it just confirmed. I was so hyped on the trailer. It was really good.
Speaking of the Batman universe, Rocksteady finally revealed a little bit on Suicide Squad. It does take place in the Arkham universe. As a matter of fact, it takes place after Arkham Knight.
Oh, sick. Nice. Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay. That's kind of what they've kind of confirmed. It is in the Arkham universe. Now, with that, though, what worries me, as much as I love Rocksteady's Arkham trilogy, is that they're going co-op with this. And it feels like it's going to try... it almost feels like we're getting Avengers and we're getting Suicide Squad, and they're the same game with just different skins.
Mm.
Oh.
So
No.
we need to see more, because it's not even coming out until 2022. So we still got 2 years away for it. So we have plenty of time to see what it is. But just from what they were talking about it, they are going more and more driving for the co-op. That's what they really want this game to be.
Same with Gotham Knights too.
Well, hold on though. Here's the difference though. Gotham Knight has, which I was going to cover next, which it's Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, is that they're stressing it is not a games as a service, and it is a single self-contained story that you can do 100% solo. You don't need anybody to play with it. Suicide Squad, they're driving home more about that it is co-op than anything else, which makes me think.
I think you're reading too into the lines about the descriptions.
No, this was the interview with the creative director from Rocksteady after the trailer was revealed.
I still think that maybe that's a feature that they're driving more towards, but also I'm pretty sure co-op will be in Gotham Knights, because you can already have a partner with you while you're playing.
So Gotham Knights, though, here's the thing, though. They've already said that you will either have AI or you'll have, you can have co-op with you. But it can be 100% solo. That's where Rocksteady with Suicide Squad is differentiating right now, because they didn't say anything about it being a solo game.
Like
it was all about the co-op.
True.
You can't finish the game without a buddy.
So that's what
it still says that it's co-op. They're probably just focusing more that you can co-op the whole game, and not mentioning what else you can do. It's still a teaser.
What my fears is that it turns out being kind of like how Marvel Avengers is setting up theirs, where you get an AI, it's dumber than a box of rocks, and the characters aren't leveled up to the levels you're doing.
But you don't think they're going to try and do the Unity on it?
I don't know. I mean,
I think you're going to be able to switch between your characters. It's Rocksteady. They already have a platform of what they're starting from. I don't think they're going to.
They should have waited till like a year out when it had more fleshing out, that you could actually explain it more, other than here's the trailer. We know Superman's gone all super dark.
If that was Superman. That's the whole point of a teaser trailer.
That's Superman.
If that's Superman.
It's not Bizarro.
It may not be Bizarro, but you still can't take that trailer literally. That's the whole point. It's a teaser. Like, there was a reason Superman's eyes were all like glowing red. Like, that was his power, but they were all like you have to look at the details.
Yeah.
They always leave Easter eggs in their trailers.
Oh yeah.
There's always more to it to Rocksteady.
But I'm more excited for Gotham Knights than I am Suicide Squad, just because of what they're putting into it, what they've talked about. It's closer too, so we got to see more of it. Suicide Squad.
I have to disagree, because like they barely showed anything with Gotham Knights. They focused on the characters more than anything, than the actual gameplay. So like I feel like that with what was shown, it's hard to make a distinction between the two, because you got one that actually showed a concept for the most part. Granted, you didn't get any gameplay for Suicide Squad, but you only focused on character design really for Gotham Knights.
It's because you want to play the hero. You don't want to play the anti-hero.
But you also, if you watch the trailer carefully, you miss some of it though, because from what the gameplay is going to be like, it is going to be like a traditional RPG, because they did have an endurance bar for your special moves, so you're only going to be able to do it at certain points. But you're also having the enemy levels, so it's where the traditional RPG comes in. I think you're going to basically, if you go into areas of Gotham that you're not ready for, I think the game's going to absolutely kick your butt.
They tweaked the game exactly how we wanted after Gotham Knight. Mm-hmm. Like I'm suspecting that they're adding like key features that they wanted to add in the past games, and like this, like I still think Gotham Knights is going to be a tight presentation in game. I think we're getting like some of the features maybe we didn't get, or something that they wanted to do for Gotham Knight or Arkham Knight or one of the Arkham games.
Yeah,
like this is the next iteration, but we're going to get some different, I think, features, but the gameplay, I think, is why they sold it. Like, don't worry, this is still an Arkham game. You can still, the combat is still somewhat the same. Once again, it's tweaked to give you a different experience. But I still have faith in the game. But I also have faith in Suicide Squad. I think it's going to be I think that's going to be a cool game. But we'll see.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing is we thought, that's one thing I want to kind of talk about here is that, in a comparison to, Avengers, which Jerry, you and I both did the beta on, but like,
yeah,
with Gotham Knights, they come out and say that your suits are going to be able to be skinned.
Which there was some new, there is some new news.
Yeah. So, but then also you're going to have different gear for your melee, ranged, and suit. So those are going to kind of tweak your image and build and everything like that with Gotham Knights. Now with the Avengers game, when we played the demo, your accessories, so to speak, or your upgrades for your melee and whatever, didn't change the look of your character one bit. Jerry, what news are you talking about with Marvel Avengers?
Well, after the beta, it turns out that Square Enix took a lot of comments to heart, and so they are doing some patches. I think before and during release.
Welcome to COD.
Well, I mean, that's what a beta's for, though.
Yeah, that's what the beta's for.
So,
plus, Square
here's the thing, though, is
on
that game comes out next week. So if you're going to look at doing something like this, you should have had.
And I'm talking hardcore stuff that's gonna they're really gonna be under the crunch time, the table.
It is, yeah.
Because they're talking about motion blurring for the gameplay. Button responsiveness when and this is something that I agreed with Matt too when playing the demo. The responsiveness of just the punching, the light and heavy attacks felt clunky, so they're actually fixing that or tweaking it. There were a few other things. Some blurriness through the level design, a lot of touch-ups. They're just doing a lot of touch-ups.
Let me put it this way, this game, for being postponed the way it was, is still not ready.
It still should have been postponed.
It should have been postponed, much like they're doing with Halo, and they should have not put a date on it. What they should have done was, hey, we're going to do a beta test. We're going to see if the servers are good. We're going to see how all the character models hold up, because honestly, in some of it, it does look like the Avengers are copy and pasted NPCs.
Yeah.
So
if you guys have played Ultimate Alliance, this game doesn't know it wants to be a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. It has the potential to be that fun, but it's too focused on kind of the story is a little too focused on what it is and not as vast. So it makes it a more linear game where you have to go through that story.
And what I hated most about it
just feels like it's a mess. It just feels like the whole thing is a mess, really.
And the biggest thing is when, if you want to play it solo, right, the load times take forever. It feels kind of like Anthem was, where if you're going to do it solo, you're going to get your butt kicked. You really need other human players with leveled up characters, because the characters you choose to bring along with you are whatever level they are at. So if you're doing it solo, it doesn't bring Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk.
If you're just focusing on the level with the entire game,
everyone's going to be level 1s. Hulk's going to be 15.
It's you have to replay levels to level up your team that you're kind of going to stick with.
The gear drops are specifically for the character you're playing. You don't get gear drops for everybody else.
Yeah. I think that depends on what mode. If you're on a co-op mode, or if you're on the online area of the game, the loot is random, I think. Yeah, I don't know for sure.
We'll find out how it is.
Once again, it feels like it had a lot of problems.
It is also going to be a 90 gig plus install. Just to start. So that's before the patching. And if they're going to patch in a lot of the stuff like Jerry's talking about, that game's going to be well north of 100 gig. after patches and everything like that. And honestly, with resource contention on my system, like even with an external hard drive, right, we've got a 200 plus gig install on COD. You add in 100 plus gig for Avengers, which is labeled as a game as a service, is constantly going to be growing and eating up more space the more stuff that gets added on. People are going to start choosing. And honestly, a lot of those times, like those really big resource hogs for save space do get deleted first.
Yeah.
So hopefully the changes they make are good, but honestly, for it being a Crystal Dynamics game,
yeah,
it's very lacking.
Yeah. I really had more faith in it, and I thought it was going to be fun. But like the tutorial, when you first play the tutorial on that everyone knows about, the San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge interactive part that you play, that was so polished. That's what I was hoping the game would be. But the moment you are playing the second part of the beta, when you're Hulk and Mrs. Marvel, it's that's when you like see the innards. Like it's clunky. It's just, it's off in a way. Like even jumping.
You know what it reminds me of?
Jumping is a problem. Like trying to get like from area to area. It's just so like, it's so clunky.
You know what it reminds me of is when we went to, speaking of Crystal Dynamics, when we went to the Xbox booth, 2016? When we went to the Tomb Raider demo.
Oh yeah.
How it felt unpolished and clunky. It feels like that. So I hope they can fix it, because this is really short timing. We're a week from launch because it's supposed to come out the 4th. Next week. I hope they really get it fixed. So let's talk about other things that are broken. Epic and Apple. It has now escalated. Now Epic has come out and said, effective immediately, Apple players are segregated. They can only play with them Apple players. Mac, iOS, mobile, like iPad, phone, they're only able to play with themselves because they're not going to be able to upgrade to the new season because they've been removed.
That's big.
Yep. So they're off on their own little island.
Yeah.
And they aren't able to play with anybody. So that escalated, announced this week. I don't think that's going anywhere because a judge did rule that in favor and against Apple with this, is they ruled in against Apple in terms of they can't cut off Epic being able to support games that are already on the App Store that run Epic's Unreal Engine and the development tools for it. However, that being said, Apple did get a win, and that Fortnite cannot go back on the App Store per what Apple's policy.
They already agreed.
So the judge said, that's in the terms and conditions.
That's
you guys went and did this. It's black and white. That stays, but you can't take away their development tools to support other developers that are using the engine, which is just a development tool. It's not, has nothing to do with paying or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. And then let's talk Halo. So it was announced 2 days ago that they are bringing in Joseph Staten, who is a veteran of Bungie. He worked on Halo 1, 2, and 3 because they need help finishing the campaign. So here's my thing is...
Hey, it's okay. They got 2 years to work on that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I first heard that.
It was postponed until next year. It wasn't postponed to 2022, but I think it will get postponed even further again, I think, because you have the graphical fidelity, you've got the campaign. They're still saying, well, it'll still come out for Xbox One. I think they push it to being an Xbox Series X exclusive, because this is what a lot of people are talking about, is when you're trying to design a game that's going to run on both sets of hardware, you're going to run into problems. And the fact is, they outsourced a huge...
Thank you, Jay. I almost missed it.
I dude, the moment I was like,
oh man,
are you gonna do it? I want to do it.
Theo and I understand what happens when you outsource stuff. It doesn't always go according to plan, and they outsourced a huge chunk.
But at the same time, they're bringing in a veteran Bungie for one. So yes, he's previously worked on Halo and stories, but still, Bungie's name is synonymous with Destiny. And I've already said this new Halo is a Destiny ripoff. This just solidifies it that much more.
They have to fix the campaign. Your campaign wasn't ready to go, and we're like 3 months to launch. You know, it's so.
They still got a year. It's fine. They've got time.
Okay.
They've still got time.
And nobody's buying new Xboxes, so you know they don't got to worry about that either.
Yeah.
So,
and and that's the other thing. Like you hear everybody is talking about when are people going to be able to register or pre-order the PS5?
No, we're going to talk about that.
No one's talking about the Series X right now.
Oh yeah.
Like really, no one's talking about how can I pre-order it? Like how am I going to get it? How many units are going to be sold?
It's because
no one's asking questions.
It's all about Game Pass. As we saw during Gamescom today, it's all about Game Pass. That's it.
No, I'm good.
So
also,
I can wait.
I got Game Pass. I would personally prefer to buy a router over a mini fridge, so I would probably get more out of it.
Speaking of Game Pass, which is now going to have Xbox Live Gold with it included, let's look at their free games.
I mean,
Division 1.
Nobody plays anymore.
Some people are still playing it because I mean some of the features are better than 2 and vice versa. But
so
let's look at this.
Hardly nobody plays it anymore.
Yeah, but then we tried it, Jerry, and we were like, nope, we're good.
Because
you've got the
second game was coming out.
Yeah, you've got the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. Never heard.
Don't
of
know
it.
what that is.
You've got the Blob 2. Okay, decent game.
Also,
I actually like the Blob.
Did not know what that one is.
I thought that was. It's a nice time killer game.
But I mean, come on, the Division.
Armed and Dangerous. I'm about to get Armed and Dangerous and shoot all of these games that are just such an insult.
You're going with Division 1. That's.
I mean, at least they didn't go with Farm Simulator again.
Oh my god.
So, but then
PlayStation just gave away Modern Warfare 2, the campaign, for free, and NBA 2K20. But we got the Book of Unwritten Allies.
Oh my god!
Here's the free games for September.
Yeah.
I'm
getting Street Fighter,
dude.
I'm getting Street Fighter. I need to practice.
Yeah, because he kind of got owned while he was here in Virginia.
Not even that, but I mean, like, you already have PlayStation Plus, so you'd be able to play online right away.
And September 4th, they're starting an online tournament for Street Fighter.
Oh.
Where, man, you're on the bottom? You suck.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the difference, right? You're getting Street Fighter 5 and
PUBG.
Holy hell. Division 1.
Yep.
But it's okay. It's $80 in value.
The blob.
$80 in value.
$80 in value, right?
Based on.
I feel like you lose value. I think you lose value with wasted time of playing those games.
Yep.
But I mean, based on I don't know where they're getting these prices, but
it's what they sell them for on the storefront.
Jesus, $30 still for the Division.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Where you can.
So they want people to go to.
You can walk into GameStop and go get Division for less than
these. You get all 4 of these for less than
$5.
What you pay for Game Pass, and then you'll own it. You'll own it.
But you won't be able to trade it back.
But you won't. I mean, like in 30 days, you're gonna be losing it anyways. So at least you'll be able to play it on the 31st day.
So Jerry, you brought up PS5 pre-orders. So I happen to be one of the lucky ones to get the email that linked to this. That you get to register for an opportunity to be one of the first to pre-order it. It's coming on a first-come, first-served basis, limited quantities. So you're going to be able to pre-order 1 console per household, digital or physical, 2 controllers, 2 of the stands, the headsets. So here's your breakdown. So you got
Two
the
cameras,
console,
media remotes.
you know,
okay.
you get up to 2 of the accessories, but 1 console on your system. So in order to pre-order, you don't have to pre-order everything.
So wait, so if you're allowed to pre-order 2 controllers, so that means your household could have 3? Because it still comes with a controller, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I did accept the invitation, and then I did register. So we'll see what happens with it. If I'm selected, I'll be able to find out what the price and all that is. So it is only for the US only.
All you listeners out there, stay tuned. Listen in. You never know when Matt's going to drop that big old number.
Yep. So, but I did register for it though. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's the first time I've gotten one of those special promo emails from PlayStation this time around.
That is
usually
kind of exciting though.
Like Diddy got, those the special themes and everything around the holidays. I've yet to ever get one of those. So this was kind of nice getting one of these emails where I can have the chance to pre-order it. So we'll see what happens with it.
Pretty cool.
Yes. But to Theo's point, I would rather have that beautiful thing sitting on my desk than a mini fridge. Somebody's put together a video that shows the Xbox Series X against all the other Xboxes, and that thing is monstrous compared to all their other consoles. So
I really want to know who did that custom PS5 controller. I think I sent that video to you, Theo.
Oh, that Batman one?
Yeah.
I can
No, not the chair, but the remember the controller that like
No, yeah, it was Batman.
Opened up.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, the PS5 controller that had the integrated screen.
Oh, the integrated screen.
Yeah.
That one.
That was awesome.
So also during Gamescom today, it was announced that Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is going to be part of the launch window, which launch window is usually the first quarter after the system launches. So
I think we're coming out like
roughly
late
month.
November. Yeah, I think
so if the console comes out in November, I'm guessing we'll see Ratchet & Clank probably
January,
February to April. When we're talking launch window, right? It's not just
probably the first game of the year.
Maybe
probably.
Not. That could still be a week from the release of the console.
They haven't said what it is.
We don't know.
I think what it'll do is I think when we get that final reveal when the console is going to come out, I think that we're going to start seeing the launch lineup, everything drop in place for what that window is and what those dates are.
Because I can honestly see Ratchet and Clank being one of their first games that you can purchase. That's kind of Sony's move. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do Horizon as like in the first
not
weeks.
Ready.
I think we're going to have to. Yeah, we're going to wait for.
I think Horizon
January or.
I think Horizon's probably holiday of next year.
Probably.
Wow.
Really? You think that long?
You're not going to think summer?
No, I'm thinking it's going to be holiday.
Especially with what they showed in the trailers, it's solid teasers. They got so much to go.
Yeah, that is true. They didn't even show like a glimpse of gameplay. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yep.
No, they weren't even close to alpha or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be like an Uncharted thing where they just have like a small snippet and it just freezes. Don't know.
Yeah. So let's talk.
Hey, I'll take shots at anybody.
Yeah, I know.
I'm in a fight. I'm in that zone today.
He's just like asking for a Newman minute on him.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's just asking for it.
Pretty much.
I'm in the zone today. That's it.
So let's talk the final Nintendo rumors, which these are some big ones, being that this is the 35th anniversary of Mario coming up.
Mario.
So the rumors that have hit is that Super Mario All-Stars is potentially coming to Switch Online.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I will take that.
Yeah, that is
absolutely
great. That is legit.
It's also rumored that Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and both Mario Galaxies are going to be put together in a bundle.
Cool.
I heard that too.
And then that Mario 3D World is going to get a deluxe edition akin to what they're doing with Pikmin 3.
Okay.
And then in an FCC filing on August 23rd, they have 3 changes that it looks like they're planning on doing to the Switch, which is they're looking to change the SoC, which is basically system on a chip, looking to change the memory, and looking to change the CPU board, which a lot of people are thinking this is going to be the 4K Switch Pro,
So annoying.
which is going to be still handheld and dockable. They had to submit pictures to the FCC as all the new changes and everything like that. So it is all very much the Switch 2.0 with upgraded guts to it.
So annoying.
Kind of curious what kind of games are going to end up getting with that chipset to really like take advantage of 4K. Because I mean, like the library right now is not 4K.
No, but if you run Mario Kart at like my monitor has an HDR effect setting to it, man, it looks like 4K with the enhancements you can do with Mario Kart.
Please don't mention Mario Kart. My anxiety is coming up. So,
hey Jerry,
I don't want to talk about it.
How's that red shell?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, is that a green shell?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is that 8th place?
Ow, my anxiety.
Dude, did you play with them?
My head. Ew.
No,
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, did you play
so
with them?
Frustrating.
Or is it just...
Yes, I definitely played with them, and needless to say, like I hadn't played Mario Kart since the last time I had played with Matt, and I still rocked Jerry's.
So
it wasn't that good.
And honestly, it was almost
good.
like there was times where it was almost like my wife was dangling a win in front of Jerry's face. Every so often,
so rude.
He'd get up there and like first place, run in his mouth,
ruthless.
and then
yeah, she's a like I call her the ringer,
like,
bro.
She's just
don't ever
like,
accept an invitation.
Jason, to put it in perspective, there was a day that I was racing with her siblings, and she would sneak in as one of them and just rock me back. Like they were like back in 6th. All of a sudden,
like you can tell,
and she's in 1st.
Yeah,
it's just like
you can tell controllers
Eva.
were passed. Like you're not playing, are you?
Yeah. It like we joked around about it, Jason. Like one of our first podcasts, we called it the Mario Kart Dojo.
Oh no, yeah, I remember I had that, but it's just
they got introduced to the Grandmaster Sensei that I live with.
Very frustrating, bro.
And it was rather entertaining.
But if you can keep track of and keep up with her, she'll definitely like improve your skills. Because I was beating Matt pretty regularly too.
Yeah.
Dang.
I was averaging like 6 to 8th place.
6 to 10th.
6 to 10th place. Fine.
Yes. Now, don't get me wrong. There was times where the computer decided to stop picking on Jerry and decided to light me up like a Christmas tree. And yeah. But no. So you know what? If they're bringing out those games for Mario, I absolutely like the idea, because then that gives me hope for the Zeldas. You know, that we get Ocarina, that we get
some Wind Waker,
because Amazon's already listed.
Wasn't that already a rumor that
Amazon UK dropped a listing for Skyward Sword for Switch?
Oh yeah, that's.
But it had no date on it or anything like that, and I think it might have been pulled already. But I think honestly, if you're looking at doing this for the anniversary of Mario, you're probably going to be having something for the anniversary of Zelda, and then once we finally get Metroid Prime 4, I would imagine they do something like a Prime trilogy, you know, of 1, 2, and 3 to go along with 4, because there's a lot of people that never played GameCube, so they never played Prime 1 in how it was meant to be played with a GameCube controller. None of this motion control crap that they put onto it for the Wii, because that was the worst setup where you had to like
the first person one. Yeah, that one was bad.
So no, it was fantastic with the GameCube controller, but when you did the Wii, right, and you did Metroid Prime Trilogy, you had to point with the Wii remote, hit up to choose, and then like hold down and use this and point your you're trying to do your beam weapon.
The good old Wii days. Man, remember when Wii Sports was like the thing to have?
The bowling.
Oh my god!
Shit, man.
Yeah.
I love the bowling.
But like you had to have the complete Wii Sports. That meant with the balance board. The balance board was so hard to find.
See, I liked Wii Sports Resort because then you got the enhanced golf, and you also got the archery and stuff with it, and
archery was
fighting.
fun. Boxing was fun.
But no, so I have hope that if they do this for Mario,
I think that was the first time like the free game that came with the console was more fun than some of the release.
It was a good launch title.
It was a good launch title.
You know,
it was like the most random thing ever, but it actually worked.
Everyone's like, "Oh, whatever, it's a free game. Like, it comes with it." And everyone's like, "Dude, have you played this yet?"
Yeah, this is so much fun. I'm like, yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, to Jason's point, like it was like the pack-ins were so much fun, which I think, you know, you look at what Sony's doing with the PS5 and packing in a game.
Yep. You have to kind of judge it now on what the release title or what it comes with, because it's just a lot of gamers nowadays are so spoiled in that aspect where it's like it has to have this one major kick-ass game or else it's not worth it.
Yep.
True.
You know.
So I mean, just like with Mr. Jason and Xbox not having exclusives, there's no reason to get
exclusives.
Xbox.
Just have, but that's the thing. Just have one or two. Just one or two. That's all you need for a start. It's a good start.
But no. But it's like, you're not gonna have any for 2 years.
Yeah, no exclusives. I want Game Pass. It's all about the Game Pass. Come on, man.
Like I get
Microsoft.
Like what Microsoft's trying to do, and they're trying to aim for the long run. Good for them.
Honestly, it's just a steady stream of cash that comes in because people are doing it on a subscription, and they're saying that they spend more on, you know, other things like DLC and whatnot. And I'm like, okay.
True.
But again, they're shooting long term, but they should be needing to literally, with this console war, they need to shoot for the head. You don't need to shoot for the arm, shoot for the leg, slow it down. No, you need to shoot for the head. You need to go for the kill.
Well, they lost the first round out of the gun when they delayed Halo. And the fact that it wasn't ready.
I don't think it was delayed. I think it was just postponed, so it became an exclusive.
I think it gets postponed out of 2021 and into 2022.
It is very coincidental that it is being postponed already.
I think they're having to redo the engine because they outsourced a lot of that, right, to make it so you could do it on Xbox One. You cannot design a game that's going to run that well on old hardware, new hardware, when it's really designed for the newer hardware.
Yeah. You're gonna have a Breath of the Wild all over again, where it's gonna be the exact same game. You just paid $600 to see it on a different system. That's it.
So let's hear from Newman. Speaking of,
what's up, my boy?
My boy.
The Newman Minute.
Don't suck up to Newman now. You called out that you were in.
Okay, guys, here's the
that
Newman
you can
Minute.
take some punches.
Hold on.
Okay, guys, here's the Newman Minute. I knew it was just a matter of time, Jerry. I just knew it was a matter of time. I think Matt must have dislodged something when he pulled the beanie off when you were in Richmond. If I knew nothing else about you, I would have to be Newman to your Jerry because you said Ben Affleck made a good Batman. What is wrong with you?
He did.
Ben Affleck, Batfleck does not exist in my world. It's an anomaly. Everything's going good. PC's back up. I'm back to 3 colors on Hue.
Yeah.
Other stuff that I'm playing is I've gone old school and went back to Pirates of the Burning Sea so I can blow stuff up with old school ships. So that's what I've been doing recently. Things are going well. Everything's going smooth. And I expect an invite to that Zoom meeting at some point so I can come in and crash on Jerry if I want to. Talk to you guys later. This has been the Newman Minute.
Good, because I have some words with Newman.
Dude, what are you talking about? Ben Affleck was a good Batman.
Ben Affleck,
we agreed he was a decent Bruce Wayne, but horrible Batman.
He was. You can't judge him on the Batman because
you have to
told to use. Well, I mean, it almost wasn't his choice to use guns and like. to be like that. Like, he had some influence. Either way, I still think he was an okay Batman. He was still a good Bruce
Okay,
Wayne.
hold on.
But
let me ask a question,
but
Jerry.
I still stand by this. I think he was misused.
Are we talking how he was in JLA versus how he was in Batman versus Superman? Because that was totally two different usages of
Batman
him.
versus Superman.
Okay, so Batman versus Superman, I mean, granted, it was based on the Dark Knight Returns. We know that. I mean,
it was partially.
It was
partially. They took from like three important comics. Yeah, that movie was screwed up.
It was, and the fact is, it was Zack Snyder who did Batman versus Superman. So hopefully JLA is better. But that being said, I think Ben Affleck was a really good aged Bruce Wayne.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But a
horrible
Batman.
Bruce Wayne
He was still a good aged Batman, but he was underutilized. He never should have been in that universe.
If we're gonna talk about terrible Batman, then we got to talk about Clooney and Kilmer, because he was better than Val Kilmer and better than George Clooney. That being said,
everybody's better than Clooney,
and he was better than Kilmer.
Better than Clooney.
He was better than Kilmer.
He was.
Kilmer was like, I'll go with Jerry's side. Like, he was written wrong, just like Affleck was. But like Kilmer, they tried to make him funny. Kilmer's not funny. Period.
They should.
And then with
Affleck,
for him being Batman, it was too forced on him to try to be buff, even though he filled the part well as being buff. But I don't think that he played off as a type of dark superhero, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him. Well, he played a good, like.
I agree.
He played a great Bruce
but all
Wayne,
of that was in the writing of the movies.
Swagger and everything, but like it just wasn't for me.
I think he got a bad rap just like Kilmer did, because Kilmer had no control over who was going to do the movie, and Schumacher did forever. That's what started the whole like
nips on Batman.
Yeah, nips, glitz and glamour, like comic booky, but like not serious environments. Where like nothing but neon. We had nothing but neon all throughout the whole both movies.
Yeah.
He had no control that like Joel Schumacher took over the franchise. And that's the movie that we got. If Val Kilmer was with if Tim Burton came back for a third movie, I think it would have been twice as better. Same thing with Ben Affleck. If he was utilized better.
Here's the problem with that statement. If you go back and you look at the credits in the beginning of Batman Forever, Tim Burton is the executive producer on Batman Forever.
Yeah, but the director has sole control over what happens.
Yes, but he was still kind of there to help steward the transition, so to speak.
True, but I mean,
but
you're gonna give him crap for the second Alice in Wonderland? Like, he was just a producer.
Yeah.
Once again, it wasn't that good.
Exactly.
Because he needs to be the director.
I honestly think Ben Affleck, he definitely was better than the two. However, compared to the rest, Adam West, Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, he can't compete.
They all had franchises to like define the character.
Okay, hold on.
Like, that's why I still think like Ben
let's take
Affleck
franchises
was
out of the equation.
underutilized.
Let's take franchises out of the equation. Batman 1989, better than Batman vs Superman.
Adam West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm talking Batman 1989, Michael Keaton.
Okay.
That singular movie.
Keaton, yeah.
On its own. Let's take the rest of it. Let's take Batman Returns out of it, okay? Better than Ben Affleck. Batman Begins, take out Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins, Christian Bale is still a better Batman.
Yeah, but also
they
had great directors at the helm, man.
You're saying Zack Snyder's not a good director?
I think Zack Snyder is a good director, but he is as of late, he has been really up and down. And after 300, he's been legitimately up and down. He's had terrible movies, but then he's come back with like great movies. He's inconsistent, and I think we're seeing that again. Batman Verse was not good, I think. But this is the other problem, though. Zack Snyder needs to like just have full control of the reins, because that's when you see his vision. Because he had full reins over 300. It was great. He did not have full reign over Batman vs Superman. A lot of the studio got involved. Now, that we're getting the Snyder cut,
let's just give everything to Patty Jenkins, because apparently she can make a great DC movie.
True. Wonder Woman's amazing, but once again, she's consistent. She has had a lot of great movies. But
let's give her the keys to the Ferrari.
Totally down.
So,
I don't equate it to just the director, because it's still on the actor's range, and I feel like Ben Affleck has not gotten the range to be a good Batman.
I think he could have, though, because
I think he could have.
I think he can. I think he has the ability, but he hasn't
Daredevil.
Reached it yet.
But Daredevil was a terrible movie. Okay, hold on.
Yes,
Daredevil was a terrible movie. I'm talking about his performance specifically.
He wasn't bad in that.
Murdoch. He was good.
He was good in
for the role.
Daredevil.
He was.
I will say good.
He was
solid good.
So therefore, if he was given better material or better direction, he could have been a better Batman. But he's still not as good.
Because
as
the other
Adam
thing,
West.
look at his other movies, dude. Like The Town, Argo, that he directed and starred in. Like, he's talented.
Jersey Girl.
Sorry, dude. That was Kevin Smith, bro. I can't talk bad about Kevin Smith.
You just said, look at his other movies. Okay, we both love Kevin Smith, and we can
that's
agree
why
that Jersey Girl was crap.
That's why I said the movies, The Town and Argo.
Okay,
that's why those were mine.
Even Kevin Smith says that movie sucked.
I know, but I can't badmouth Kevin Smith, man. He's the home.
Anyways, Jason, what you been playing?
I mean,
besides FF14, what you been playing?
Nothing. Just Final Fantasy 14. That's it.
You been enjoying the new raids?
The new stuff. The new stuff is actually old stuff that's revamped for the new the new item level.
Oh wait, so it's Destiny?
That's about right.
Sort of, kind of, but it's just funny because a lot of people, the new player base, they just breeze through some of the old content because you can breeze through it with ultra high level gear. So they said, you know what? Let's reintroduce them back again. But obviously the damage output is higher.
Much higher.
So yeah, so you have to relearn the mechanics. And the easiest one that they reintroduced, people are still having a little bit of a difficult time, and it kind of makes me laugh.
You're being very diplomatic right now.
Yeah, very super.
because he
still makes me like you're being really
because he still wants that job.
No,
he still wants a job at Square Enix.
Square Enix, hit me up, Square Enix. Hit me up, bro. There you go.
That's so funny.
But it's. Player base just they need to learn, and they're so stuck into this item level. They call it the item level, like the gear will cheese you through. They're so stuck on it that it's not happening now.
Yeah,
and people are learning that, and they're like, oh no, what do I do now? Well, so just been Final Fantasy. Haven't really picked up the console that often. Just get home, get tired, watch a couple shows on Netflix, and
cut out the shows and then start playing games.
Come
on, man. But you have a backlog now. There are responsibilities.
I got a backlog of shows. I got a backlog of games.
You got a backlog.
I got a backlog of sleep.
Talking about backlog, but the dude that is giving you crap is the one that has the most free time out of all of us.
Yeah,
that is true.
And is still not caught up on anything. It's like, how's Sekiro going?
How's that Final Fantasy?
I've been playing NBA 2K20.
Oh my god,
dude!
Bro.
Hey!
I got a Jordan card out of a free pack.
Hey, you should have not played because you should have been on the protest, bro.
So
how dare you?
speaking of that, so due to the shooting in Wisconsin,
yeah,
which has left the guy
Milwaukee Bucks
paralyzed. So basically, what started was the other night in Game 5, the Bucks versus the Magic. The Bucks decided we are not going to play.
Yep.
Really?
And they walked off the court.
Yep.
And didn't do anything. So with that, the rest of the NBA teams that night followed suit, did not play.
Wow.
And with this is about the shooting of Jacob Blake, who was shot 7 times in the back.
Oh, that's right.
By police officers.
Yeah.
Now let's preface this with, the police were called there to remove him from the property of his ex. According to them, he went to reach inside to the car door, and that's when a singular officer fired 7 times.
Jesus.
They were not wearing body cams because their police department is not outfitted with them. He is now pretty much paralyzed from the waist down. He will never walk again unless there's some miracle. So the NBA players said, we're taking a stand.
I heard about the Blake shooting, but I didn't know the NBA were taking a stand. I didn't hear about
So, started with the Bucks because it's up near Milwaukee. It's up near Milwaukee. So right after that, the Minnesota Lynx, along with the rest of the WNBA, completely said, nope, we're not playing at all.
A couple of baseball teams as well, I remember.
So a couple of baseball teams decided not to play Wednesday. The Dodgers being one of them. And today's game between like the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, the D-backs decided, we're going to wear our black uniforms in solidarity with them instead of, joining all the other sports teams and boycotting. The Rockies didn't even need to talk about it. They said, we're supporting Matt Kemp and his social stance because he pulled himself from the lineup on Wednesday. They said, we're not playing, along with just about every other Major League Baseball team said, we're not doing it. Rob Manfred, the commissioner, came out and said, hey, I'm not going to stop them. We're going to let them, if they don't want to play, we're good. Hockey didn't have as great of a response, so the players took it upon themselves. And now hockey has canceled some of their games and postponed them, which they're in the middle of playoffs right now. So I think when you have all the sports organizations now completely stopping and saying enough of their own volition, which is enough. A great sign. Yeah. And I you know what? Say what you will about the NBA, but Adam Silver has always supported his players for whatever social stance they want to take. And for them to lead the charge is amazing. Yeah. And I think over the last, couple months, it kind of has faded from conversation, right? Topic of conversation.
Yep.
Isn't so much about Black Lives Matter, which it needs to. Even gay rights still needs to be part of the conversation.
It can't stop. It can't ever lose steam. It needs to be a part of everyday conversation.
Absolutely. And that's why it pains me when you listen to the speeches at the RNC. It is about funding more of the police departments. Man. So I don't want to get into too much of the politics, but it's just to see the stark contrast between what the citizens of America are saying, that we need to do this. We need racial equality. This is something that we shouldn't be talking about after the civil rights movement. We shouldn't have to be doing this, but we need to. It is time. We have to do this. And you have a political party that's saying, nope, we're going to fund the police even more. We're going to make it a felony to assault a police officer. Okay, cool. So is it a felony when they kill somebody? Heck, they don't get arrested because we still are on almost day 150 since Breonna Taylor was killed, and nothing's happened to those officers. So I think the conversation still needs to be had. And I can't encourage, everybody, you need to go out and vote. And for those people that are
That's the first step.
Our listeners around
to
the
major
world,
change,
right?
man. That's the first step. We gotta go out there and vote.
Yep. And I think that for our listeners out there, guys, we will always support Black Lives Matter. We are going to support gay rights. And we are going to, always back our frontline workers that are fighting COVID right now. Jason is on the front line. Granted, it's not in a hospital, in a doctor's office, but he is considered
I see hundreds of people
line.
every day, new people.
It's scary.
And
it really is scary when.
And I'm personally tired of the conversation where everyone's saying, well, I don't have to wear a mask. This is a hoax. Well, guess what, guys? We've had here in the States, and, I've been talking to Frank, one of our fans that are in Australia, and they went in lockdown down in Melbourne. They have now seen declines now, back down in their cases, and they're hoping by the middle of next month, they're going to be back up, and back to where they can kind of relive their lives. But we've had 175,000 Americans have lost their lives to this. This is not a hoax.
Not a hoax. And
those aren't fake statistics. They aren't fake numbers. Those are real.
Yeah. And now in the state of California, where we have literally more cases than anyone in the world, more cases than countries, even like highly dense populated countries.
But the funny thing is, your guys' deaths aren't what the Mideast or the Midwest has, because the Midwest is day over day.
I mean, just having it, it starts to take a toll, and it starts to make me be nervous as well. But please, mask up, and again, and this is the argument that I'm tired of hearing from people, and I'm not outing people or anything like that. You believe what you're going to believe, because that's you. You do you, boo. But stop comparing this to the Spanish flu. You guys are, the Spanish flu happened 100 years ago. What happened 100 years ago? Did we even have this? Did we have the ability to communicate as well as we could today? Think about 20 years ago. Even 20 years ago, when we had SARS and when we had swine flu, we had such large communication.
Ebola,
remember when anthrax was a problem, and you can only hear it from the news. There wasn't social media. There was the internet, but it wasn't as utilized. Was the internet,
but remember, our technology, our sciences, everything has evolved so much. Our gaming, come on, our gaming within the last 40 years has grown from literally two paddles and a goddamn ball, a little dot in between. Now we can literally go into this VR world. That's 40 years. That's 40. So stop saying Spanish flu 100 years ago. That's a pandemic. Well, dude, getting 1,000 people sick for no reason should raise alarms. Getting 100,000
and to that point, right?
Raise the alarms even more. Getting 500,000 in one state in the United States
for
that's a pandemic.
And you look at
what else you can say.
Maine, there was a wedding party. At the wedding, one person had COVID, and now they're looking at 52 people are infected.
Damn.
Yep. So please mask up. Please social distance.
Yeah.
And we
please
have to
stop shooting other people.
And that's the worst thing too, right? You look at what happened with Mr. Blake, right? And then during those protests, you had a 17-year-old kid that crossed state lines with an assault rifle and killed 2 people. Yet he wasn't roughed up. He wasn't treated as a combatant. He was taken into custody with no issues and no threats. He was just, hey, we're going to come on up, talk to you, and arrest you. That's the difference, guys. And that's what we need to support. And you look at John Boyega leading everything over in London. when he did, when all the protests first started. This isn't just a U.S. thing. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's a global thing, and,
Yeah.
and it needs to still have that conversation. So, take a look at things. And guys, I will say this to our listeners: this is what we are. This is who we support, because we are on this podcast multinational, essentially. From our ancestry backgrounds, our families, all separate from where they come from, and it's and we've had plenty of our guests. We love the Rusty Groupies. Sky Diddy, J Type, Mo Chocolate, John Bentley, Tommy Earl Jenkins. We've had,
I love him.
we support all of our
He's
guests.
really cool.
And, I think it's just time. Guys, that's all I can say with that. So as we end this really quick, I think,
Theo?
I know, Theo, you've been shooting a bit more. What have you been able to play anything?
Just a little bit of Animal Crossing. But I did make it to the movie theaters last Friday.
Oh,
What?
the movies are open.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean we're getting a movie review?
You saw a movie.
Maybe.
You saw a movie. What kind of movie? What was the movie? Tell us all about it. So
I saw
when you parked
Unhinged.
and when you walked to the movie theater, what was it like? Was it air conditioned?
What'd you see?
Unhinged.
Unhinged?
The new that's new Russell
The
Crowe.
new Russell Crowe.
So Crow.
So so you're saying we should expect a long forgotten Theo's movie review for the website coming soon, then, huh?
Oh, man.
Possibly. We'll see.
So Jerry, what
But
you been
I even have the New Mutants lined up for tomorrow.
playing? Woohoo! So we got
I'm
two
jealous.
articles
I wanna go
possibly
see that.
coming.
I want to see that too.
I am behind now.
Yeah,
Oh.
Jerry, what you been playing besides NBA?
Well, actually, just NBA and COD. I'm gonna get back to Ghost.
Yeah.
I think on Sunday. It feels like that's gonna be a good get back from home and then just get a good couple hours in.
Lies. You're gonna fall asleep.
You're gonna knock out, bro.
I'm always gonna knock out. I'm still gonna get a couple hours in of Ghost though.
No,
I always.
you're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna wake up to Pierre cooking some dinner, and you're gonna load up some movies, and you're completely forget about gaming on Sunday.
Oh, if that happens,
It happened the other night with Beauty and the Beast.
that is a possibility.
Anyways.
That could happen. That could happen. I cannot
So-
rule that out. That could happen.
Matt,
I
how's,
could
Matt,
get distracted.
So
Matt, how's the island, Matt? I know you did some terraforming.
dude,
So
the island
what's
the
Are you
island is
back?
looking great.
are you back?
Um,
Another 400 in you?
So I have
Oh,
everything
that's amazing.
already laid
There's-
out. I have everything laid out now. I'm just ordering in the furniture and whatnot for the couple of different shops. And
That's funny.
I'm thinking hopefully maybe here in a week, we're going to be looking at possibility it can accept visitors again.
Oh.
Oh,
But
nice.
to answer your question, no, he doesn't have it in him for another 400 hours because he did not blow up his island like I did.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
See, I did the smart route and I just leveled everything so I could have my catalog, I could sell my museum, everything like that. So
There's something about just having a clean slate and starting over.
and it was a very nice clean slate to start with.
Well, I was thinking more in regards
He's talking
to
about
Theo.
me.
Yeah.
Now, the OCD in me, my island is not
Shit.
quite symmetrical,
Jesus.
but
Always making it about him. Jeez.
dude, we're making it about you, dude. You always make it about you. Anyway, but I played some more Ghost of Tsushima. A little bit more.
What do you think since you got to delve into it a little bit more?
I like it. It's pretty. That photo mode is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot to see, a lot to do. The controls take some getting used to with how they have everything mapped out. So that's a little different, especially if you're coming off of playing Infamous, right? It was a little bit simpler controls. Especially coming off of Last of Us Part 2, the controls are different. So it takes
So
some
question,
getting
how
used to.
how many times have you destroyed a door with your sword by accident instead of actually opening it?
How about how many times have I run through a door?
Yes. Same.
So, and then just been playing some Mario Kart. I did pick up Smash Brothers.
Oh.
So
Okay,
I'm gonna start
who are you
playing
gonna
a little
try
bit of
and
that
main?
on the side.
Who do you like so far?
I main always in all the Smash that I've ever played. Link has always been my main.
Okay.
In
with
everything. I mean,
with
he plays Link in Kart too.
Mario Kart.
So.
Mario Kart?
Mario is my secondary.
Okay.
Again in Kart.
No,
I
it's
suck
always
at
Link.
Smash Brothers, so I mean,
I did it just for the fun, to have something fun to play, and then
I
Cody
suck.
can sit there and button mash and play a little bit and
Yeah. Play
really
those
get him
level
into
1
the Nintendo
computers,
universe.
man.
So, yep.
You can play those
So-
level 1s.
So yeah, so with that, I want to thank everybody for crashing game night with us tonight. We kind of went off rails with that at the very end, but we needed to talk about that some more. It's always needed to talk about it, and support those Black content creators that we know personally: the Rubies, Mo Chocolate, J Tight, Sky Diddy,
always got their backs, and they are always welcome here.
John,
Yeah.
John Bentley, Tommy Earl
Yes.
Jenkins. Yeah, thank you for joining Crash Game Night with us. Don't forget to follow us on the podcast platform of your choice, or YouTube, website, crashgamenight.com, Twitter at CGN Podcast. I want to say, everybody, please, 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 right now, with everything going on, be excellent to each other. Stay frosty. And as of recording right now, Bill and Ted 3 comes out tomorrow.
Oh.
I already pre-ordered it too.
I did too.
Yes. Well, I'm going to say that's all, nerds. Thank you guys for coming. And remember, be on your toes. Be safe out there. Wear the mask. And
I
stay
hate you
safe.
for saying it that way. Because now I have Looney Tunes ending stuck in my head, which I want you to do one time, just not tonight.
Bleep, bleep. Yeah, okay. Okay. That was a little taste. But yeah, guys, please be safe out there. Jason's out there every day. My work,
5 days
I
a
deal
week.
with that a little bit, but we all got to be safe. We all got to wear those masks, hand sandy, literally on the belt buckle, be safe, guys.
And since Jay took mine, just a shout out to all you guys out there, Black Lives Matter. Jay, you took my little
I took your little
monologue.
thunder. I'm sorry, man.
Speechless
But
now.
but again, I just wanted to say shout outs to all you guys out there. Be safe. I know it took like a really serious turn out of nowhere, out of left field, just because Jake's playing 2K. He didn't protest his game, so it's okay.
All right.
But other than that, other than that though, thanks for listening to us, even on our little rants.
Yep.
Theo, you wanna take it away after so long? I've been having to do it on the replacement.
So long.
Yeah, I've been having to do the replacement. I've been having to do the replacement, like even the little like.
Dude, VK did. VK did a good
VK
send-off.
did it last time.
He did a good send-off last week.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
See everybody.